Hey there, this is Kristen from KristenCoaching.com, and today we're going to be talking about how to stop being bored in your relationship. Give you some tips on what you can do to kind of spice things up and get that excitement going in your relationship. Before we dive into the information, please subscribe to my YouTube page if you haven't already. You'll get a notification and a pop-up every time I create a new video for you, which is awesome. Obviously when we get in a newer relationship, things are exciting, they're fun, they're new, you're experiencing new things, you're having new feelings, you're having all those butterflies and emotions, and a lot of times things are really, really fun. They're exciting, they're out of your element, you're switching things up, and it feels really, really, really good. Fast forward to months and months and months, years and years and years later, sometimes couples can become just kind of complacent in their routine, doing the same thing over and over and over again. Those butterflies and that excitement that was once there tend to kind of die down, settle down to where things are just pretty chill. And we are creatures of habit, so oftentimes we do things over and over and over again in our routine because that's what we know, that's what we're used to, and that feels good for us. There's a sense of safety and security in the routines that we have. But sometimes in relationships, we can sometimes feel bored with our routine because we do the same thing over and over and over again. I know my partner and I are 100% guilty of that. We know what we like. We love going to movies, we love going out to dinner together, having our date nights. We love to do fun activities, such as like bowling or mini golf or just some type of a game activity. We're very much game people. But sometimes we can do the same games over and over, the same, movie theaters over and over, and it can be sometimes boring if you do it too much of the same thing. So you have to switch it up, and I'm guilty of that as well. So I'm going to go through the 5 tips of things that you can do to not be bored in your relationship. Tip number 1, you have to plan a vacation. If you don't have money to go anywhere, you have to plan a staycation. I go on vacations as much as I can. I wish I had all the money in the world so I could go on vacation 24/7, because I would. I'd probably be in the Bahamas as much as possible. I love that place. But I can't. But I try to go on vacation as much as possible. And sometimes if I can't afford things, I plan little trips around my town and do things that are fun. You have to plan things that you like to do. You have to get out of work, out of your daily routine, whatever that is, and do something new and exciting. Make sure that you plan that. You don't need a big budget. You can have a small budget to do it, but plan activities that both you and your significant other are looking forward to and are super excited about. That's really, really important. Tip number 2 to not be bored in your relationship. You need to go on a fun date. So if you're not going to do a vacation or a staycation, make sure you go on dates and switch up your dates. That's what I try to do in my relationship. You have to switch up. Do different things. If you're always going to certain restaurants, switch the restaurant. If you're always going to maybe a certain theater, switch the theater even. Maybe, if you like to do certain activities outdoors, switch whatever that is and do something different outdoors. You have to switch it up. That's super important. You have to create, some newness and freshness in your relationship. So get creative and figure out what dates you want to do. You can always look online for date ideas. I do that a lot. Even looking at free date ideas. There's so many things you can do that don't cost money and are still super, super fun. So make sure that you do that. Tip number 3, if you're bored in your relationship, is you have to do a hobby that both of you enjoy. What do you like to do together? Do you like to ski? Do you like to bowl? Do you like to sew? Do you like to knit? Do you like to, create something together? Do you like to play cards together? Just do a hobby that both of you enjoy together. I'm sure you can find something. Maybe you like cooking. Maybe you like going shopping. I don't know what it is. Just figure out something that interests you and interests your partner, and do that as a team, do that as a partnership. That's really fun to experience something that's both enjoyable for you guys. Tip number 4, I think you should do something new in the bedroom. Spice things up a little bit. Again, we're creatures of habit, right? We do the same routine over and over and over again. So sometimes even in the bedroom, things can be stale or vanilla. So switch it up, whatever that looks like for you. Whether it's different positions or dressing up or role playing or more foreplay, you know, whatever it is. Do something new, exciting. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but just a little bit different, because that can be really pleasurable for both partners in the relationship and really fun and exciting. So go for that. And then last but not least, tip number 5, plan an appreciation night for one another. So maybe, you know, it would be my night to appreciate my husband. And what does that look like? You know, maybe I'll cook for him. Maybe I will clean, you know, maybe I'll clean the whole apartment or certain parts of the apartment, you know, that he would really appreciate. Maybe I'll go out and get a little gift and a card and a note and some type of a little present. Plan appreciation nights. So I'll plan one for him, he'll plan one for me on a separate night. And I think doing an appreciation night is super important because you really are spotlighting the relationship and your love for each other and what you bring to the table and highlighting that. And that's really important. Your partner needs to feel special and appreciated and loved and cared for. So spend a whole night doing that. And vice versa. You need to be appreciated and loved and cared for. So I think appreciation nights for each other and planning that out at different times is really, really awesome and really, really important. And if you want to do appreciation night the same night, if you don't want to do it on 2 separate occasions, that's fine too. But just take time to appreciate one another, love one another, show each other that you care about each other. This will help get rid of the boredom in your relationship. You'll get that excitement, you'll get that love feeling going, and it'll really do wonders if you do these 5 steps as much as possible over and over and over again. It'll be really fun and really good. So I hope it goes well for you. If you have any questions, comments, please write me below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, like I always do. Thank you. This is Kristen from KristenCoaching.com, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.